What's going on, everybody? And today we have some pretty interesting news. So apparently there was a fan screening or a test screening yesterday in LA, and a lot of things have popped up on Reddit and everywhere else. So we're going to go over what people have possibly heard regarding the post-credit scene and how this actually may connect things for once, and we'll get stuff on the way and giving us a clear road of what Dr. Doom wants to make happen. Let's get into it. So essentially, we're going to go over exactly what the details are, and we're going to discuss how we think would be next, what the motivations are, and stuff along those lines. So let's get right into it. Sue is reading to Franklin. She then finishes the current book and gets up to get a new book. And all of a sudden, we hear the sound of a teleportation device going off. For all those who don't know, the device is actually being used by Reed to essentially move objects and matter into different areas, which I won't spoil for the film, but you know the gist. Anyways, Sue enters back and she freezes in her tracks, and the book begins to slip from her hands as it hits the ground. A cloaked figure standing in front of her, Dr. Doom. His entire body is visible below a green cloak, but his face is not visible. In one hand, he holds a comic accurate mask rendered in CGI, and in the other hand, an unconscious Franklin Richards. Just then, the screen cuts to black. It's really eerie and dark. And right after that, the words pop onto the screen: the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. And that has me going, okay, this is pretty cool. Like, this is something that sounds really interesting. And now, we're going to go into the different situations of what's going to happen, what's been happening, how it happened, and what's the next stop for it. So let's go. So I actually wrote these ones down, so I got the handy dandy scoop notebook. So first off, it's a direct connection to the Thunderbolts post-credits scene. We see the ship and it enters atmosphere. They even say that like a portal or something enters the atmosphere, and then the ship is floating there. So the ship obviously got from point A to point B, but the bigger question is now, is Dr. Doom in the ship with Franklin Richards, who's going to confuse and manipulate the Thunderbolts because he looks a lot like Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. That has me wondering if he's going to manipulate them, and that's how he's going to get towards the X-Men and whatnot, because now there's a new rumor that Dr. Doom, when they get to the X-Men part, he's actually manipulating the Sentinels as well, which is crazy. So, you know, next up, Fantastic Four in the ship, warning about Doom. After reading about a lot of this stuff, I don't think the Fantastic Four are actually in that ship. I think Iron Man is in that ship, and I think it's a complete plot twist because he obviously has to go from point A to point B to point C to get to the TVA to get to Loki. So he probably needs Monica, which is at the X-Men mansion. In the main MCU universe, he probably needs the help of the Avengers because they're strong to go against the X-Men. Doom probably can't do it himself. And then he has to use them both together in a sense, or some way, shape, and form after he gets Monica to go to the TVA to get to Loki. I don't know. Next one. Doom uses Franklin to destroy the world, and then they run from that universe. So imagine Dr. Doom grabs Franklin Richards. He disappears, but before he disappears, he makes Franklin Richards destroy the Earth that they were on. And apparently now, according to My Time to Shine, it's Earth 828. So we have 838 and we have Earth 828. But that would be crazy. Could you imagine the Fantastic Four running away, pretty much going to the Avengers or whatever, because Reed is looking through the different multiverse and finding other people who could possibly help them defeat Dr. Doom, who wants to essentially rewrite all of the multiverse into a single thing where he rules over all. I'm like mind blown right now. I don't know where we're going. All I know is it sounds really interesting, and the simple fact that they're going to bring Doom into a post-credit scene but not have him anywhere before, it's going to, like, we have to explain, like, okay, well, why is Doom there? How does Doom know about Reed and them? I'm assuming that the reason he finds out about Franklin Richards is he's overhearing or listening, which we'll probably see at the beginning of Doomsday. He's probably seeing Galactus and the Fantastic Four fight each other, or learning how Franklin Richards does a very big act in the film that blows people's minds. It's a very sad scene, but it's a very, like, relieving scene at the same time, which is pretty cool. It revolves around Galactus. So it is pretty cool. They give a hint to it in the trailers, and if that plot leak that was going around with the test screening is true, it's pretty cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for Doctor Doom? What do you guys think will pan out? How do you guys think they're going to explain Doctor Doom? And, you know, like why he's after Franklin Richards and why he just is just there. As always, my name is Bretta. Let me know what you guys thought, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.